Hi, we all have our go-tos for holidays. Where we eat and where we stay. There's nothing quite like a favourite spot. Today we're going to share with you all some of our favourites. Who knows, they might become yours. Callum and Themis take us to some hidden suburban faves. Alistair takes us on a nature tour around a family favourite place to visit, Noosa.
You see where we are staying tonight?
And Elle does what she likes best, exploring and learning about New Zealand.
It'll be fun, they say.
You might need a bit of a lie down after all that. Let's go discover.
You know, mate, all these places I'm looking at are in the city, but some of my favourite places, honestly, are in the suburbs.
I'm pretty inspired by some of the great spots that are popping up.
Why don't you show me a couple of favourite places on your side of the town, because I knew you grew up around here, and I'll show you a couple of my favourite spots.
Let's do it. Now, my first stop is a family favourite. It's a pastry shop, but not just any pastry shop.
We're in the best patisserie, Adelaide, Australia. Hang on. Universe.
Mate, we've got galapagurigo, baklava, kurambier.
Love it.
Fill me up.
Done. It's coming on a plate, man. There you go, mate. You wanted a takeaway. It's all yours.
Thank you, sir.
Just in case you can't help it. Take a napkin with you.
For the road.
You know what? Yeah, that's exactly right, man.
Thank you, mate.
Good to see you, man. All the best, huh?
You may have noticed lately there's been an explosion of Vietnamese restaurants battling it out as to who makes the best pho. And yes, it's pronounced pho, not pho, and here at Saigon Gate, their broth is largely unrivaled. Fantastic.
Combination one.
So what makes a good pho? Well, in essence, it's all about the broth, getting that ratio of the amount of meat on the bones and cooking it long and slow. These guys literally cook it for days, ensures that broth is rich and flavoursome. The ultimate test, though, is what they serve it with. Here at Saigon Gate is always a generous serve of noodles, thinly sliced beef, Thai basil, coriander, bean sprouts, and lemon wedges. All of this with a little squirt of hoisin and sriracha. Let's give it a go. That is perfect.
Now, here's a surprise. Chiki Chuk, a chicken shop that sells charcoal chicken. Sure, but they also have twice-cooked chips that they import from Holland. What?
Here in Lockleys at Cheeky Chook Eats, it has a different feel to other chicken shops. I guess that's because it's owned and run by a chef.
These chips here, as you can see, are not your ordinary chips. I went all the way across the other side of the world to Amsterdam to find these chips. They're twice cooked, and these chips are the bomb.
What made you go to the other side of the world to bring a spud back?
I don't do anything by half, yeah, let's be honest. So when I saw these chips at a food fair, I was like, have to go. Met the owners, and then they invited me across, obviously, to Europe, and I was super impressed.
I better dig in.
I got it.
I think I can eat this all right now.
Now, Adam's burgers did look amazing, but once Emma sees what I'm about to eat, I reckon he's going to have room for a little extra snack. Fine Food Cucina is one of those places you'll only find out about from your mates. Coming here on a Tuesday or a Saturday for the porchetta is a no-brainer, but on all the other days of the week, there's a range of foods here you can enjoy too. And the reason that people flock here on Tuesdays and Saturdays each week is because it's porchetta day. You tell me a bit about it?
Well, we cook it for 3 hours. We'll cut some porchetta first and lay it out here. So our home-style bread that we cook on site. A little bit of a coleslaw salad, but made our way. So pretty much we have a nice spread of the crackling with a beautiful amount of the meat. And we are very generous with our fillings here, our customers will tell you.
I have to eat this now.
You have to. That's
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Here
Enjoy.
we go. It's fresh, it's crunchy. I'm just going to shut up and eat.
Good Gilbert calls itself the neighbourhood bar, with a little something for everyone.
Good Gilbert, inspired behind that kind of beautiful neighbourhood, European feel of inclusivity and being able to sit somewhere and feel comfortable no matter what the situation.
It feels humble and homely and welcoming.
Absolutely.
Why did you choose here?
Completely and utterly location. Like, Goodwood is such a beautiful, green, vibrant area. The only thing that was missing is a really lovely spot to sit and drink and have something to eat.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I love it.
hope. Good job. Everything about our menu is designed so that you can come in and try something new every day of the week, every other day, or every week if you're that way inclined.
It's really important that places like this exist. And you know what? They're not going to exist without you and I supporting them.
Families love heading to the beach in summer, and in Adelaide there are plenty of them. But when the sun disappears and winter settles in, a family favourite is heading up to Noosa. Alistair's doing it tough. Goodness me, he's going for a walk around the bay. Let's go see what it's like.
Noosa is iconic for many reasons, but for me, there are certain ingredients that really set it apart. There's the panoply of outrageously good restaurants and cafes peppered along Hastings Street, and then just around the corner, the most beautiful national park that you ever did see. Someone who's as passionate about Noosa as I am is Sunny Coast local Prue Hansen.
This is my office, and it's pretty damn amazing.
Prue has landed the dream gig, leading guided walks through this little slice of heaven. You taking me off-road?
I'm taking you off-road. You got your four-wheel driving gear?
Prue leads walks for Outdoor Adventure Australia. They offer hiking, abseiling and rock climbing tours around the Sunshine Coast. And for obvious reasons, the Noosa National Park walks have proved a big hit with families.
The daytime tours are a 3-hour, and we take people through the Tanglewood tracks, so we explain all about the bush and the nature through there, all the way out to Hell's Gates, which is a pretty amazing spot right on the point.
And do you get all ages?
We get all ages, yeah. So we say from 7 up.
It's a nice way to get your steps up.
Definitely, definitely. It's exercise you don't really know that you're doing because it's fun.
As beautiful as the park is during the day, it's even more captivating at night.
We take headlamps with us for the night tours. You'll see totally different creatures at night time. We saw an echidna the other night. We saw a red-bellied black snake. It's a whole different level. And at night time, it's just a whole different atmosphere as well. The lead guide is always pointing different things out that you wouldn't necessarily see yourself.
Are surprises still revealing themselves to you every time you come into the park?
Every time I come to the park, yeah, there's always something new.
Yeah.
It's ever-changing.
Ever-changing indeed.
But what happens if you've got children that don't want to walk? Well, Alistair's got that covered.
Okay, we're going right. We call that starboard, I think. The wee one and I have escaped for a bit of daddy-daughter time. If you're wondering what these flashy water bikes are all about, well, let me tell you, they are the coolest way to glide up and down the river, courtesy of Eco Noosa.
Everything that we've got here is either low impact or eco-friendly and sustainable. For example, the water bikes.
That was fun.
Propelled by your own steam.
Fancy, Gwen. How much fun is this? What else do you do apart from the water bikes?
We've got stand-up paddleboards, kayaks, and 2 beautiful electric picnic boats, which we're very excited about. And one of the newest sports, I think, to hit Australia is the egg foils. So we're running a flight school, Noosa it's called.
Is it a minute to learn, a lifetime to master?
I guess it's probably turns into a bit of an addiction after you've had a little taste of it. So people come back to us continually wanting to improve and just wanting to get out there and have a really good time.
Did you have a fun day? Wait till you see where we are staying tonight. Here, carry your own sunnies. Our home away from home for the night is Kulgoa Point Beach Resort, serving up the largest beachfront access there is in Noosa.
Wow, look at that, Clarence.
Just a few steps back from the water's edge, you'll spot our beachfront premium apartment. These self-contained 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments all come equipped with a full-size kitchen, a spacious outdoor terrace, plus access to all the resort facilities. But for now, you'll find us in this very spot.
You hungry, girl?
Yeah.
What do you feel like for din-dins?
Pizza?
Pizza. Let's see what I can do. Maybe a wee G&T for Dad. It's been a long day, huh?
You're a silly Billy, Dad.
I'm a silly Billy.
I'm always up for a visit to the museum here in Adelaide. It's inspiring, it's stimulating, and I think museums in general give us a better understanding of society. In Wellington, New Zealand, there's a museum on my wish list, and Maddie Wilson's there to show us around.
Wellington is New Zealand's national capital. It is also the unofficial capital of cool, according to Lonely Planet, a cultural crucible of art, music, theatre and history. Where do we start? How about here? Wellington is home to New Zealand's national museum, Te Papa. In Maori, it means container of treasures. From natural history to world-acclaimed works of art. This museum is New Zealand culture in a microcosm. It's also home to a larger-than-life exhibition that is drawing huge crowds. Gallipoli, the scale of our war, tells the Anzac story through the eyes of 8 ordinary New Zealanders. It's the tragedy of war on a monumental and yet intimate scale.
At one time, over 400 wounded were lying on the stones waiting to be moved. I dressed as many as I could, but it was a dreadful time.
The words that we're hearing, these are diary entries from these men.
What we tried to do was to capture what it was really like for those young men and women. And by making the statues 2 to 3 times as big as a human, you could actually see all the wounds, what had happened, and with the dialogue. And so it's not a fantasy about what happened, it's the reality.
Thousands of Kiwis lost their lives at Gallipoli, including Maori soldiers.
When they ran out of bullets, then they would just take their empty guns and just do the haka and say, if you take us, we will die like the shark, we will go down fighting.
3 million plus people have seen this exhibition so far, including plenty of Aussies. Each figure at Gallipoli's scale of our war took 3,000 hours to create. And who made them? Well, the talented technicians at New Zealand's home of movie magic. Weta is the special effects powerhouse behind Lord of the Rings and other fantasy films. At Weta, reality and fantasy kind of blur together. I'm still not convinced that this isn't an actor in here. Take a guided tour of the workshop and you'll get a glimpse into how the magic happens.
I'm going to start with a big gash up here.
Oh, that hurts. So what are we going for? Are we going for horror? Are we going for realistic?
We can do a big scratch. We'll blend the two together.
Yeah.
We'll do kind of a fantastical creature slashing your face. I'm just gonna add a little bit of fake blood to that.
Yep. Doesn't take long, man, does it?
No, not too long. All right, mate, you're good to go.
Wow, look at that, pain-free.
That's gonna look really crazy.
Come to Weta, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Moving right along, head for Hannah's Laneway. This back street of boutique eateries has them queuing round the corner. From its factory window, Fix and Fog sells small batch peanut butter, but not as you know it. From something so simple that is a commodity everyone has, you guys have put peanut butter on toast on steroids and created these.
Yeah.
This one is what killed Elvis, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a PB&J on steroids. Yeah. And then we've got a chocolate and coconut one with a little bit of date syrup on it as well.
Oh, what a great slice of toast.
Yeah.
If the museum doesn't grab you, then that peanut butter toasty did right. This offer from RAA Travel will have you booking your trip. Enjoy the wonders of Wellington. Check out this 5-day Wellington adventure package and dive headfirst into a world of artistic creativity, historical wonder and wineries. And in case you need any information about flights or travel requirements in New Zealand, here's a couple of people in the know.
Keep on moving on.
We've got direct flights to New Zealand with both Qatar and then coming in July with Air New Zealand again. So in Qatar, you can fly in this Q Suite product in the 777 aircraft 3 times a week. It's just fabulous. And Air New Zealand, they'll be back in the market. We're hoping 5 times a week from July, just in time for school holidays. And they've got their fabulous inbound connections, you know, all through New Zealand out of Auckland.
Some of the biggest changes that have happened recently is that New Zealand has opened up completely, now allowing us to travel freely through that area. Restrictions are always changing, but currently vaccine certificates are required to most destinations, including New Zealand. Regarding wearing masks when you're walking around New Zealand, it's best to double check with your local agent if that's a requirement at the time that you'll be travelling.
I own a Weber. I love my Weber, but I'm not allowed to use my Weber. Why? Because every time I cook, it looks like it's been sacrificed. Let's just say it's a little dry. Anyway, my wife has sent me here to the Weber Grill Academy. Hopefully, I can pick up some new skills. Let's see how good they are.
The Weber Grill Academy is where you can come for a fun day out to learn a little bit more about your barbecue and how to best use it with your friends and family at home. So the Grill Academy came about because a lot of people have barbecues at home. They bought a barbecue and don't know how to best use it.
So he's going across like
Like
that.
that, perfect. Now lay that down and then give it a pat down on top. And if you're looking, you're not cooking, right?
Oh, yeah,
so we're going to
sorry.
do that lid down. So that's it. Yep, I'll take that back off you there. There we go. Perfect. Lid down.
There are a few mistakes that are commonly used. The first one is about cooking with the lid down and keeping that flavour and heat within the barbecue. The other thing is just using it for sausages and chops is not about how we like to cook here at Weber.
Beautiful. Let's put that on a new spot on the grill. Oh, look at that. Yep.
There you go.
Perfect. Good contact all
Good
the way
boy.
on the bottom. And now, what do we do next? Lid down.
Lid
Love
down,
it.
because I was doing a bit of looking, which is not cooking.
We cover everything in our classes from the initial preheat and gas safety to actually cooking in different methods.
So what we're going to do now, we just want to render some of the fat on the 2 sides that haven't seen the barbecue yet. Fat side, just hold it there for a few seconds. Perfect. And now flip it around to the other side, same thing. Just trying to get some of that caramelisation happening on all sides. Perfect. Juicy.
Look, I'll be honest, I might have been just a little bit sceptical, but now that I've got some basic barbecue skills down pat, I'm full of confidence. So, if you or your partner are grilling disasters, why not book a class?